literally have my dog in the background chomping on food. I'm like, I am not going to deal with that for an entire webinar. Pat here, he says your webinars are motivating. He's actually a student. I love when people who are already in my program still come and sit on the webinars. That means a lot to me, man. Guys, my name is Ross Christofoli. For those of you who don't know me, on behalf of Client Acquisition Mastery and also my agency, Social Main Street Marketing, I am super excited today to present to you a brand new webinar, a brand new training called How to Land 1 to 3 high-paying clients every week, even if you've tried everything and failed. Now, guys, before we get started, go ahead and let me know in the box right now how big your agency is. You don't have to tell me dollars, but just type in a number of how many clients you have, whether it's 5 clients, 1 client, 10 clients. One thing that I found is that people who are vulnerable are very, very easy to teach. People who are vulnerable and they're willing to express their wins and their fails, those people are very, very easy to coach because you know exactly what the problems are. They're being truthful with themselves. Sean says he has 20 plus clients. Yeah, man. And Sean just landed a new client today. My dad says he has 0. Okay, guys. Well, you guys keep typing it in there. I want to tell you something. Right now is the best time, better than ever, to start an agency. And you might be thinking I'm absolutely crazy for saying that. Why is right now the best time to start an agency? Because many agency owners are giving up. I get messages from people who I've known, they kind of started their agency around the same time as mine, and now they're giving up. With all this Zuckerberg stuff, I'm stopping. There's no security in here. There's no this, there's no that. There's so many people giving up, and I'm like, why? The fact of the matter is that there is a small group of us, 2% of us online right now, and we're crushing it. And I just do not understand, why would you want to give up on such a huge opportunity? The internet's going nowhere. Marketing's going to be around forever. All we have to do is adapt. So if you are struggling to gain traction in your industry, which you may be, you have to ask yourself that question, am I struggling? Then this is going to be a great webinar for you. Now, I hear people say, I feel like lead generation is a bloody red ocean and the competition is too high. I hear this so much. Or, too many chiropractors. Everyone's going after chiropractors, or everyone's going after dentists. Well, here's an actual fact. Over 85% of businesses right now are not utilizing paid online advertising. They're doing traditional methods of, mailers and this and that. There is so much out there for grabs. There are people, doctors, people who you might think everyone is going after, who are doing nothing. Now, it doesn't mean that they're not being pitched to. They're just not taking action on it. And it's because most people suck at getting in the door. Most people don't know how to penetrate a business. And that leaves a lot on the table for the 2% of us. So today, I'm going to show you guys how to cash in on those people, how to start making money by going after the 85% of people who are not utilizing online paid advertising. And you can utilize the other 15% of people and go after the people who are utilizing paid advertising. They just are terrible at it. So let me tell you today's agenda. My goal today is to show you that the dream that you've created of running a 6 to 7 figure marketing agency is all within your reach. And the only thing that has held you back has been the fuzzy path that bad information has created for you. And we're going to clear that up today. By the end of this presentation today, you will have a clear path to 6 or 7 figures and feel confident in your future. Now, right now, if you feel like one guy here just said he has 0 clients, if you feel like you're, struggling to gain that traction, maybe you're already at 6 figures, but you still feel like you're overwhelmed, I'm going to help you today feel confident that there is a better way. Yet, if nothing else on this webinar, I'm here to help you start landing a lot of clients so you can start making a lot of money before you give up. I don't want you guys to give up. So David Woodward from ClickFunnels, he has a saying. He did a live video. He said, what got you where you are will not get you where you want to go. And we actually talked about it in this interview on the Funnel Hacker Radio, which you can check out on their channel. But the idea behind it is that no matter what, even for me, no matter where you're at right now, something's going to have to change in the future to take that next step. So some people, they feel like they're grinding their gears. They're grinding their gears, and they see other people just zooming by, and they're like, well, if I just keep going like this long enough, something will take off for me. But that's not true. It's just not true. If you think that you are going to be able to just keep doing what you're doing and something's miraculously going to change, you're wrong. You have to change things up. For instance, when ClickFunnels wanted to get to the next level, they did this big viral video launch. They did the party. They had to change things up because you have to constantly be moving to the next level. And that's what I want you guys to learn today, is that there's always going to be something new for me, for you. There's always something ahead of us that we have to do to get to the next level. What I need from you guys today, and I want you guys to drop yes in the box if you are willing to do this for me. Implementation. That's all I'm asking for. Nothing pains me more than to spend all this time working with you guys and helping you understand the correct path to growing and scaling your agency, and then to see that at an event or an online group that you've learned all this stuff, but yet you're still in the same spot then that you are right now. Like, I cannot have that. It just drives me nuts for somebody to say, yeah, that's great, and then to just continue on. It's just silly. So I only see 2-3 people said yes. I want to see more yeses. I want to know that you guys are willing to implement this into your businesses. So do you guys want to go? I already know this stuff. So I want to see you guys say yes, so that way I know to keep moving for you. Okay, cool. So do we have this deal? Hopefully so. So how my system came to be. That's what I want to share with you guys. I'm not doing this rags and riches story. I'm an entrepreneur. I've had the ups and downs. I've thrown up for nights at a time because I didn't know how I was going to make it through the next day. But we're not going to go through that today, because that does nothing for you and your agency. It's motivational garbage, fluff, and crap. But what I am going to go through is some real facts. I joined the ClickFunnels group sometime about 1.5 years ago. And in January 2017, I sold off my cell phone repair stores and I started a marketing agency. Just a little bit before that, I had ran that cell phone repair shop for about 5 years. Before that, I owned a guitar shop. So I'm not new to business. I'm not new to entrepreneurship. I've been self-employed pretty much my entire adult career. I noticed that there's a lot of people in this group, and you guys probably noticed this, that are talking like they have a lot of money. But when I got personal and we got into our conversations, these people were broke. But they had one really good quality that I believe in, and that's hope. The minute you lose that hope, the minute everything fails. I'm a firm believer that the fool that thinks he can do it does it. I saw a lot of people, and unfortunately found out that they were fake, but I saw the numbers they were saying they were hitting. And I went out and hit those numbers. And then I realized later, when they started coming to me asking for advice, that they were full of it. But the point is that having that hope, having that belief is good. If you have doubts in yourself, doubts in your business, it's going to absolutely erode your agency. You have to believe that there's no ceiling, and that the higher you jump, the higher you go. And what you'll find is that if you do jump and you do try to touch the ceiling, that there's nothing that's going to be there, that you're not going to ever cap out, that there's always a way that you can keep growing. But most of these people in these groups have never owned or started a business. A lot of them haven't. So they were working something, and then they saw this ClickFunnels dream car thing, and then they came in, and those things are all great if you focus on them, but they got so sidetracked, and they get into the MLMs and the affiliate and stuff, and you can make money in those things if you're focused on them. And then they started their agency, and they did not have the discipline that it takes to run a business, the self-motivation and the drive to run a real agency. And that is where they failed, because a lot of the courses out there, they tell you that making money is easy, and I'm here to tell you it's not. It is not easy to make good money, but it is fun. I work every day, but I enjoy my work. It is a lot of fun what I do. There's a difference. Just because you're working, people think work because maybe of the 9 to 5, they think work is a bad thing. They think it's negative, it's hard. Work can be really fun and easy and enjoyable, but it is work. And so this isn't, we're going to sit on the couch playing Xbox all day, press a button, and have cash come in. So I knew that right away. So what I did was I found out that only 2% of people from the most popular courses were actually making money. And with a wife and son, I can't afford a 2% chance. I don't know what position you guys are in, but I'm like, if somebody was to say, hey, we want to do the surgery, but there's only a 2% chance that you're going to live, I would say, screw it, I'll be good. But people say, hey, your business, if you do this, there's only a 2% chance that you're going to succeed if you follow the path of all these other people. I say, no, I'm good. So I needed to create my own path, a brand new path that no one was going after. And so my plan that I sketched out, I did a little business model, and it did not look this fancy when I did it. It was more on a piece of paper, napkin style. But I literally drew out what I knew would work. Like, I had no doubt in my mind that this would work. And I teach this model in my program. But basically, each one of those boxes represent goals and actions that you need to try to reach, plug and play, and fill. And it's almost like that Monopoly game at McDonald's. You fill in those little things and you try to win. And it's the same idea. So we use this and we use it all into our plan. Well, what was amazing was right out of the gate, I started to land clients. My very first month, I broke $10,000 in sales. Month 2, I broke $20,000 in sales, and it's just continued on and on and on and on. I've been able to grow my agency like crazy. Now I'm doing in a day or in a week what it used to take me in a month to do. So people started asking, Ross, can you teach us what you're doing? Well, I thought, sure. So I launched this little 8-week program where we were doing live trainings, and I taught them that stuff. Well, a year later, I have a full program, like a full marketing agency. And I'll show you guys, I just picked out 4. I have so many videos and testimonials and things. If you guys start digging, you'll see it, of people who have had success. But I picked out just 4 that I wanted to share with you guys today. And these are more recent things. But here's Sean. He's actually on this webinar today. He added $18,000 in revenue in 2 weeks with my system. He says, the return on investment is sick. If you are currently working with Ross, then you need to check out what he's doing. He messaged me earlier today, just landed another client through that same exact funnel. I don't know how many clients, Sean, you can message in the box here, how many clients you've landed, paying clients through that system. Also, Jordan, he says here, if you're struggling, it's not your fault. You just do not know how to bring your product to the market. People think they can fumble their way to success. He added $50,000 in 60 days, which is amazing. I kind of disagree with him here. I do understand what he's saying, but I feel like if you're struggling to bring your product to the market, it is your fault if you don't change it. It's not your fault if you couldn't do it, but it is your fault if you don't do something about it. So that's the only part that I would kind of say is different. And then Chase here, he's only been in my program now for about 3 weeks, but he added 5 monthly retainer clients in only 2 weeks. If you look here, he said he has 9 clients now. These trial closes are crazy, man. I said, have you closed any paying it? He said, yeah, 5. So he's got 5 paying clients for only 2 weeks of work, which is amazing because he told me the other day he had reached out 2,000 times for cold email and cold calling with another guy's script who's very, very popular in the groups, and he couldn't land a single client. Uses my stuff, my training, and all of a sudden he got that. And then Andrew, this was really funny. He's Amish, and he broke Amish, became a digital marketer within just like 45 days of being in my program. He lands $3,000 in retainers. I noticed a typo here, but he said the doctor I was working with said he was very impressed with how professional he was. Guys, here's my challenge today. I've spent more hours and sleepless nights working on my agency sales techniques and working with students than most of you guys will over the next 5 years. And the reason for that, I've worked with hundreds of people, which now that means I'm working with all their clients on the back end of all their clients. I've had an influence all over the United States, and I'm sitting here thinking most of these students who come to me are so confused and frustrated because they bought so many courses, still couldn't make a profitable business. So how do I compress everything I have into a summary so that you have something today that you can implement and take action on immediately and have an immediate impact on your agency just in this webinar? So how would you guys like to know how I landed the 50 clients in less than 12 months? Please say yes if you would like me to move forward. I cannot see how many people are still in the training today, so I would love to know who he is here. Okie dokes, we will keep on moving along. Joe says yes. Michael says yes. Awesome. So I have broken this down into 4 steps. Look at that. I'm already breaking your typical 3-step webinar. 4 steps to landing 1 to 2 or 2 to 4. It doesn't matter. In reality, guys, that number is something that is totally up to you. High paying clients every single week. You need to have an attractive angle. I'm going to show you guys how to make money by offering free trials where you pay the ad spend. You probably think I'm crazy. Like, how can you profit off of a trial, even if it doesn't close, where you paid the ad spend? I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Why you need a system to reach 6 or 7 figures. And I want to back up real quick on number 2. That is how I can outspend all of the competition in my own client acquisition cost, because I profit even if I don't close the sale. Number 4, how to reach 6 to 7 figures in a short period of time. So step number 1, which we're talking about the angle, it's all about positioning. This step removes the frustration of feeling like you have an amazing service to offer, yet you cannot seem to get anyone interested. I want you to imagine like a superhero who can't use his powers, because that's how I feel like most of the people feel. Like they've learned this insane technique. They know how to get leads for people. They know how to really blow up someone's business. And you have this awesome thing to offer, but no one seems to be interested. If you've ever experienced that, say yes in the box. I want to know if you guys have been in these shoes. Let me know if that's ever been where you're at. Now, let's talk about the 3 things that you need to have an attractive angle. You have to align the right message with the right market. You have to use the fear of loss to your advantage, which I'm going to explain these to you guys. And number 3, you have to intrigue, confuse, and do not give them an answer without an appointment. So let me go through how this works. Now, I'm just going to get a little teeny bit sciencey on you guys, but I'm not going to overwhelm you here. So here's your brain. Here's your prospect's brain. Have any of you guys ever read the book Pitch Anything? Let me know if you've read the book Pitch Anything down here. Now, he just talks about neuroscience, but I love learning about neuroscience. It's something that over the last 6 to 9 months, I have become absolutely fascinated with. And it is basically one of the most breakthrough things that I think we have learned in our century about how the brain works. So if you already understand this, there's 3 levels and stages of your brain. Number 1, the crocodile brain, or some people call it the reptilian brain, depending on which literature you're reading. The midbrain, and also the neocortex. Now, they each have a different functionality and a different character. So number 1, which is our crocodile brain, it needs to be intrigued or curious. Think about if you've ever seen a crocodile or an alligator sitting up like near a pond, how they're kind of on the sandy beach, and they look still and bored. That brain gets extremely bored, and in order to get it to jump, you have to be interesting, you have to make it curious, you have to intrigue it. If you do not do that, you will not get them interested. Now, the neocortex is the logical part of the brain. So this is the part where people start talking about risk-free and guarantees and things that people really need to do to say, yes, this is the right thing for me. And the midbrain is all about emotion. It's where the emotional part of the sale happens. Well, here's the problem. When you're selling to people, you're selling from your own neocortex. So you're selling from the logical part of your brain, but you're talking to the logical part of their brain. And that's why no one's been interested. You might be saying things that you think are getting them to jump off, but I'm about to show you in a script a bad example of why it's not. What you need to be doing is you need to be speaking to the crocodile brain, because you can't even get to the other part. They will be bored and shut you out before you ever even get started. So here's a bad example. Now, I don't know whose script this is, but someone sent it to me the other day because they were struggling to land clients. And if you're in this webinar and you sent it to me, please don't say which guru's script this is, because I'm not trying to bash on anybody. But this was a perfect example to add into my slides, and I want to show you why it doesn't work. Now, the guy who sent this to me, he said he sent this out, I don't even know how many thousands of times, and he isn't getting anybody interested. So let's just break this down just a little bit. He says, hey, business name, my name is so-and-so, and I specialize in getting targeted leads for the local business or for local businesses in, let's just say, chiropractic industry. Are you able to handle 10 to 20 additional clients per week that are qualified and ready? If so, when can we meet? When can we set up a training or a meeting? I can answer any questions you might have. Now, first of all, I want to tell you, it sounds way too polished. It sounds like a scripted thing, but I want to tell you why this is failing for people. First of all, using the word leads, most businesses, unless you're in a business that functions off leads, like real estate, they don't understand the word leads much. Like for instance, a lot of doctors, they understand new patient inquiry. So you have to use their phrases, their terminology. But even beyond all that stuff, think about that crocodile brain. No one cares who you are until they know what you have. So if you ever start off with, this is who I am and this is what I do, boring, no one gives a crap. It's true. No one really, think about when somebody's talking to you and it's kind of going in one ear and out ear, but then all of a sudden they say, like, oh, and this is what they did. Or this, and they say, who was that? All of a sudden it caught your attention. Who did that? They did what? Why is that? Because you didn't care who they were until you knew what they had or you knew what they did. And it's the same thing with these business owners. They don't care who in the heck you are because they have like 50 other people coming at them every other day trying to sell them things until they know what you have. Well, what do you have? Well, we'll go over that in just a moment. But also I want to bring up here, if so, when can we set up a meeting? I can answer any questions you might have. There's no urgency. There's no scarcity. There's nothing that would say, hey, this is what we need to do. Now, you need to have an attractive angle. We went over, align the right message, use fear of loss to your advantage. This is what I wanted to talk about. Think about phrases you could use. Like, I got about 10 to 15 people that I could probably be referring to you. Don't even use the word probably, that I could be referring to you every single week. And I need to find someone in this area who I can send them to. You're the first doctor that I've called. Would you have room in your schedule for an extra 10 to 15 appointments per week? All of a sudden, they feel like these already exist and that if they don't jump on this deal, that their competition's going to get it. Use fear of loss to your advantage. Intrigue and confuse. Now, what this does is it releases an adrenaline hormone, which causes people to take action. But when adrenaline is released, it is looking for a dopamine release, which I'm going to explain these two. So adrenaline, it comes from anger, intrigue, confuse, but dopamine is that feel good. They want to understand it. They want to get it. Well, if you can get that adrenaline release and hold on to it until a strategy call, your chances go up. So when people email you back, they're like, yeah, can you just tell me a little bit more about what it is? If you reply by saying, yeah, I'm a digital marketer and I'm using funnels and this and that and blah, blah, and that's how I'm getting this, they're going to say, oh, okay, never mind. And they go. Because now they understand it. They think they understand it. They didn't even give you a chance. But if you say, no, if you guys want these, I really need to know who I'm referring it to, so I'd rather just go over this over a strategy call. That does two things. One, it puts the ball back in your court. You've held on to it the whole time, but they didn't realize it. So now you have the power frame here, and it makes them feel like there's something of value that you have. Shows you're not desperate to just try to make a sale. So that will really, really help you. Now, I noticed when I was about to launch this that that all of a sudden it said that my audio, I needed an extension. So you're probably not going to hear this, but I'm going to try my best so you can hear. Jake had that same issue, and I want to show you what happened.
Trust me, man, these scripts work. I started my agency about a year ago, have made no traction. I had one client from a referral. One day cold calling, I made 18 calls, landed 3 clients. Trust me, these scripts work like a charm. Do yourself a favor, invest in these scripts.
So guys, it is clear that if you are currently struggling to get people interested in your business, then you are not correctly aligning yourself with the marketplace. You are not speaking to the reptilian brain. So let's go through step number 2. Step number 2, you got to lose the 9-to-5 mentality. You have to be really good at shouting. And 3, you have to be able to create referral opportunities. Now, I'm going to explain to you guys something interesting about trials, because this is how we get our trials to, we make a profit off of our trials, even if we paid for it and didn't land the client. This step is going to allow you to outspend any competitor and scale quicker than you thought was possible. Now, imagine that right now you have a 24/7 prospecting machine. You're getting name, number, emails, Calendly appointments, nonstop. Sounds pretty good, right? Well, first you need to understand the definition of an asset. Anything tangible or intangible that can be owned or controlled to produce value and that is held by a company to produce positive economic value is an asset. Okay, so that's something that you really need to understand. Why? How is a trial an asset, Ross? How is a trial going to constantly produce this money? Well, let's look at what the trial gets us. We do our free trial. We do our strategy call. Let's say we do the trial, and let's say that it either becomes paid or not paid. That doesn't matter. What is more important in the very top of the value is our testimonial. Why is that more valuable than a paid client to us? Well, because a paid client, he might fall off in 6 months to a year, but you still have his testimonial. Testimonials have made me hundreds of thousands of dollars over the last 12 months. A testimonial is like a piece of real estate, a rental property that continues and continues to pay you as you continue to drive traffic to it, which is how you shout it off of the roof, which was step number 2. See, people get in this big argument with me about trials. Oh, I don't do free trials. It devalues your service. But listen, first of all, when you're digging for gold, the first few scoops until you strike the gold, you were digging for free. And then you have to chase that gold. So I don't offer testimonials to referrals. I don't offer testimonials to people that come to me. I just offer it until I find that one person who I can knock their socks off, get a testimonial, and get referrals from. And it opens up a whole new vein of gold for me. And then I take that testimonial and I keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it until I just keep landing more and more clients. Does that make sense to you guys? Of why I feel like trials are literally the best thing you can do. You get tons of experience. You grow your business network. And here's the thing. People who say, oh, I don't do free trials because it devalues my service, but I'm going to do a paid trial where they pay me a couple $100. Okay, so let's play this one out. Let's say you do a 7 trial and you charge the guy $150 and you get him 20 paying clients and he is super ecstatic. So he knows that for $100, you were able to get him 20 paying clients. At the end of that week, you say, yeah, it's going to be $2,500 to continue. He now knows your cost. $400 is all it's going to cost you every single month to get these results. So he says, well, what are you going to do with that extra $2,100? Now you know. See, I come from the world of retail and wholesale. You don't want people to know your cost because then they won't want to pay full price. Then they have room to dicker around, and then you just became a pawn shop. People buy likes. People buy comments. You can earn a testimonial legitimately and ethically and land clients in the process of offering free trials. So our goal is to get the testimonial, and getting a paying client is just an added benefit. Does that make sense? The testimonial is what we're going for, aiming for. And if we can get a paid client along the way, great. That is breaking the 9-to-5 mindset, because I'm not thinking about this initially. I'm thinking about this, in the long run. It's the same reason why some people will, instead of drive 30 minutes to work, they'll take an Uber. Well, that costs you more money. Yeah, but I can work on my phone and make money along the way. I think I heard Akbar say that recently. People love that. You have to break the 9-to-5 mindset. Now, David here, which I'm not going to go through this whole audio issue again, but he literally says in this testimonial.
So my biggest struggle with the whole thing was getting clients, like being able to really actually run Facebook ads for someone. And I think that's a big struggle for a lot of people in my position, or people looking to take a course. And it's interesting because, what the course really helped me do was start a lot of the trials, actually get clients. And, I was spending my own money doing the ads, but it allowed me to learn what it was like to actually run the ads. And that right there was super, super valuable. And it was the piece of the puzzle that I didn't realize I needed. But, it's so crucial because now I'm able to see, okay, well, I'm able to actually get in there and experience what it's like to get results.
I talked to David recently, And this is what I said. How's the agency? Doing pretty good. Actually, this was towards the end of last year. 2 clients signed on, 2 deciding if they want to move forward, 3 on trial. It's kind of growing faster than I want. So many referrals. Then we caught up again in December. He says to me, hey, Ross, how's the agency going? Great. And yours? Awesome. 5 clients so far. Pretty excited, but still perfecting the retention system. Haven't lost one yet. He's earned more since then. If right now you had 5 trials running, and only 3 were going really well, that still gives you an opportunity to pick up an extra $6,000 to $15,000 a month that you would have not had otherwise. When you run the sales process the way that I teach, all of a sudden you start realizing that you have so many clients closing and all of your new worries are just fulfillment. Doesn't that sound nice? Of course it sounds nice. So now let's talk about number 3. Why you need a system to reach 6 to 7 figures. Here's the thing about systems. Systems are like strategies. Now, strategies and tactics are 2 different things. For instance, in the beginning, what we were talking about the attractive angle, what do you think? Is that a strategy or a tactic? Put it in the chat box. Strategy or is it a tactic? The thing about the attractive angle. I'll let somebody say something here. Strategy. Well, you could say it's a strategy, but in reality, that's just a tactic. That's the thing. It's just a tactic. It's arguable, I guess you could say, but the reason why I say it's a tactic is because just that one thing on its own isn't going to be what scales you to 6 or 7 figures in your agency. You have to have a full, it's almost like, in chess. In chess game, you have an overall strategy, but it's made up of moving pieces in a certain way where it's just tactics, little tactics that you're using. So here's what you got to do. Here's your strategy. You got to run, build, gas. I'm going to explain this to you guys. This step takes away the guesswork out of selling. It allows you to feed fresh new prospects into your agency nonstop. You are right now most likely running. Sean's not, because I know Sean, he's crushing it. But your business only grows if you are running. You are typically using only tactics to grow your business. So maybe you're just sending out a cold email, a few times a day, or you're doing this cold call, or you're doing this, or you're doing that. Right now, you are literally running. Your business does not move forward if you are not running. However, some of us have a process in place. You should have processes and procedures in place that systemize your selling. And you have not only created a gas pedal, but now you can afford to put gas in the car. See, I teach that you have to do it in this order. So for the first 6 to 9 months, you have to run. You have to run because what's happening is you're building your network. You're building up clients so that way you have cash flow coming in, which is the most important thing. And then you start putting systems in place. Then, only then, do you all of a sudden have enough money where you can start really just gassing up your business. And what that really means is that you're using a lot more forms of paid advertising, and that or not maybe just paid advertising, but also building out little teams. Like I have 3 or 4 guys. Well, now it's 3 because I just lost one, high turnover rate on that one. But I have 3 guys who just cold call for me all day, and they get paid to land appointments, and then I just show up on the appointments. You don't want to do that in the beginning, though. A, because you want to retain that money, but 2, you need to learn about your customer, learn about their pains, their needs, and your employees one day will respect you so much harder knowing that you've been in the trenches. The people who try to do it the other way, they screw it up. Let me show you why. Let's say, for instance, that you are running your business right now and you are not building out a system. And you say, like I said in the beginning, well, if I just keep going like this, eventually I'll hit 6, 7 figures. You won't. Even if you're at 6 figures right now and you're burning out, the reason for it is because you're not changing things. Remember, we said what got you where you are won't get you where you want to go. Recently at church, one of the overseers who was just there, he gave a beautiful illustration. He was talking about running with endurance. He said there's 2 types of runners. There's the runners who you see breezing through the park and waving and smiling. And then you see the kinds of runners who are running, maybe even at the same pace, but they are miserable. I talk to people and like, yeah, my agency is doing pretty good. I mean, we're at 6 figures a month, but I just wish we had more systems. It's because they are burning out. They keep running and running, and that's why people will quit. They're not building out systems. That's also why you'll see some people doing really good. You talk to them 5 months later, and they have no clients. You could be at 6 figures a year already like this, but if you still are running like this, you will feel like it's never going to end or get better. And then you don't get that freedom, which is typically why we started this in the first place. But let's say you did it the other way. Let's say you had a cushion, you had a little nest egg, you wanted to start your job, and so you just start throwing money you get in the vehicle right away and you start just throwing gas at it. Well, some of you have tried to hop in the car too quick. You quickly ran out of money and could not recoup it quick enough, and now you're running again, and it's just embarrassing. Some of you guys have been that way. I know people who have drained their savings, lost their spouses because they did this and they screwed up their lives. You have to create that cash flow, which comes from the running in the beginning, and broaden your network big enough to be able to hop in that vehicle comfortable. It's like a 16-year-old who goes out, spends all of his money on a car, and now can't afford to drive it anywhere because he doesn't have gas money. It's just kind of embarrassing, doesn't get you nowhere. There is no better way to do it than to run first, then get in that vehicle. Now, some people say, I'm not going to cold call. I'm not going to cold email. I don't want to sell. I want to outsource everything. Well, you know what? You're probably not going to succeed, and you're not the right kind of person for me to work with anyways, because I like to work with people who are willing to put their agency's needs ahead of their own. Think about that. You are like the child and your agency is like the parent, except for you have to take care of it. When you're on an airplane and you have a little baby on your lap, they always say to you, put the air mask in an emergency on yourself before your child. Because if you're not okay, then your child won't be okay. In the same way, if your business is not taken care of, you won't be taken care of. Your business has to come before yourself. Systemizing your selling. I want to show you guys Austin. He's at $10,000 a month. He was at like nothing last summer when he started with me. He said to me the other day, I feel like I'm getting almost to the level of you and Danny Vega because he's taken on clients. He really is. He's taken on so many clients. He did the running and now he's at the part where he's hopping in and starting his systemizing. He's doing an amazing job. So I wanted to give you guys that example. So let's talk about the fourth step. How to reach 6 to 7 figures in a short period of time. You have to tweak, know your stats, and scale it up. So let me show you guys what I mean. This step puts you in a position to make decisions that leap your business forward. This is the difference between an agency doing a few $1,000s a month and a 6 to 7 figure agency. So you guys recognize this. It's a funnel. It's kind of something that I've used, though, to demonstrate this to students. It's called physical funnels. You've probably heard it in my YouTube videos. But let's just say you cold call 40 people with my scripts. And reasonably, you set 5 appointments. You get 3 trials to agree, or 3 people to agree to a trial. You get 3 testimonials out of that trial, 1 paying client. Well, what does that tell you? If you want to land 2 to 3 clients a week, then what you need to do is call 80 to 120 people a week. Now you might say that's a lot. Yeah, but it can be done. Now, cold calling is not the only way we acquire clients. We do cold calling. We do cold voicemail drops. We do cold email. We also do the client acquisition funnel. So we have other techniques that we do with this stuff. We also do some cold messaging. But the point is that when you know your stats, it becomes scalable. If you don't know your stats, it's not scalable. You don't know what to pump through. We have a progress tracker where it tells you, I want you to do this, and this every single day, and you fill in those little things, and that's how you get to scaling an agency. Then what happens is you're running and you're doing this, and you get so busy with clients that you start replacing your time with hiring on a team. Okay, I don't have time to cold call 40 people anymore. Every day I'm going to have this guy do it. And you bring on a guy and you pay him $15 for every appointment he lands. Let's say he lands 2 appointments in an hour. Now he's getting paid $30 an hour. He's happy. You're landing clients. He's making money. So everybody's good then. So that's really how it works is you start replacing all of this footwork that you're doing. That's how you do the systems with other things that will automate all of this. So it's really about creating a system and then knowing the numbers so you can scale it up. Because let's say, for instance, you realize that for some reason cold email just isn't doing as well for you, but paid advertising is. Well, pump up your paid advertising. I'll spend money all day on ads if I know that I'm getting a 5x or 10x return on it, because that's just how it is. We're in the advertising business. We teach this to people. but yet a lot of us don't take the recommendations for ourselves. So imagine using, for instance, my shared funnel and then just driving your own traffic through it. So can you see how knowing your stats and having a proven process can help you guys long term? Of course you could. So like literally, if you took my scripts and my strategy call, the way I do them, and the way I run campaigns, and then the way I get my testimonials, and the way I do my proposals, it would be like if I gave you a shared ClickFunnels funnel and I said, this is exactly all my stuff here, go drive traffic through it. You would likely get the same results that I'm getting. And so that's basically what I teach in my program. So can you see how if you had the right prospecting systems in place and drive enough trials through it, that you can quickly scale your agency to 6 or 7 figures? Of course you can. So let's go over what we have covered thus far in our training, guys. That you need to have an attractive angle. That means that you need to have scripts. You need to have things that you know how to say to where you're reaching the crocodile brain, you're reaching the reptilian brain to get them attracted, interested in your business right away. You need to know how to make money by offering these free trials where you pay the ad spend. And that's what we learned how to do. Now, I will say this, that you'll notice a lot of people, they hate doing free trials, and it's only because they don't know how to close them. They suck at it, and that is why they don't do it, guys. They are morons. I hate to say it like that and to be so blunt about it, but those people just don't know how to do it, and that's the reason they say it's not good. If you learn how to do it, boom, you just will scale your agency quicker than anyone else. I don't know anyone else in the ClickFunnels group who has scaled their agency as quick as I have. We also learned in step number 3 why you need a system to reach 6 or 7 figures in your agency. We learned how you don't want to be running all the time. You want to be able to hop in a vehicle and press the gas and be able to work on your business and not always in your business. We also learned how to reach 6 or 7 figures in a short period of time by being able to know our stats and then just scale it up. It's that easy. Let's not forget the rock stars that we talked about, Sean, Jordan, Chase, and Andrew. We've covered a lot of information so far, guys. Whew. Now, do you feel more comfortable harnessing the power of aligning your message with client and the reptilian brain? Let me know in the box below, guys, if you guys, after feeling this, kind of feel like you understand where you've been missing the mark. Were you happy that you came to this webinar today? Awesome. Jay says yes. Do you realize the advantage you have over competitors because you know testimonials are an asset that come from trials? Of course you do. Can you see yourself using the techniques that you learned in our training today? I want to see another heck yeah. I'll let you guys do it. I'm drinking my coffee here, guys. Do you guys feel that your time here was well spent? I know you do. Would you like to spend even more time together than we did today, going deeper and further into making your agency successful? See, here's the thing, guys. I am fully confident that you guys can go back, do this on your own, and be successful to a certain degree, but it'll take you more time. There's going to be the trials and the errors. There's going to be fails and probably quite a few trials that don't convert for you. But what if there's another option? What if you and I can go at this together? We can go deeper and further, and I would actually have an obligation to help you in your agency to succeed to 6 or 7 figures or whatever your goal is. Does that sound good? It is with great pleasure, guys, that I introduce to you my program, Client Acquisition Mastery. How to systemize your selling and break through your frustration by using a proven strategy that creates a clear path to 6 or 7 figures. Now, guys, this is the same step-by-step proven strategy to create a 6-7 figure business. It's the proven business model and strategies that will give you the knowledge and skills to execute a successful agency. The sessions are structured to force action and implementation through the 10K model that you guys saw the picture of, so you cannot help but to move forward in your business. You cannot afford to just sit around watching videos forever and taking courses. So this is how we create so many success stories over and over. Surround yourself with an elite group of digital marketers in our student group as we improve our businesses together, one customer at a time. I want to show you guys Marius here. He said to me in January he wants to quit his job in 2 months, so he's got to get himself organized. He started my program January of this year. He says, I couldn't really afford the program, so I put it on a credit card. After 3 weeks, I had 2 paying clients, one at $1,400, one at $1,200. Guys, this system stuff works. He says, none of this would have been possible without Ross's program. He sent this message to me a couple days ago. Not sure if you saw, I resigned today. He literally got himself out of his job by using my techniques. I was really excited to see that. Upon completion of the program, you will not just have new skills, but an actual predictable strategy to constantly feed new, fresh prospects through your pipeline. So you will not wake up each morning wondering if you have work. You will wake up each morning wondering how much work you have to do. That's my favorite line by Marcus Lemonis. I stole it. It's in the intro of The Profit. Marius, the guy we saw before, he says, yeah, dude, I had to slow down on doing trials because I didn't want to give a bad customer experience. He has 28 warm leads sitting in his inbox. Think about that right now. Like, you guys are struggling to even land one client. This dude just makes some tweaks that I teach him. He does a few things. He's got 28 warm leads sitting there ready to go. All he has to do is flip the switch. He's got a gas pedal to his business, and he's only been at it for a few months. So you don't have to wait 6 to 9 months to create a gas pedal, but your business will let you know, or I will, when it's time to do it. Now, how much is this program worth? Well, to Jordan, it's worth $50,000 a month. To Austin, it was worth $10,000 a month. For Marius, it's worth $2,600 a month. Now, for the last 6 months, I've been selling this program for only $10.97, and that was a killer deal, well worth it. But when you buy today, when you guys get it, I'm going to sell it to you guys for just $9.96, and I'll tell you some really cool things that I've got included in it. While this limited special offer is available when you sign up, you're also going to get the bonuses for free. Now, at webinar.rosschristofoli.com, that's how you guys can get into this. You go to webinar.rosschristofoli.com, and when you join today, number one thing you're going to get is your very first customized prospecting list. So you're going to land your clients very quickly with a qualified prospecting list. See, here's the thing. A lot of people say, Ross, I really want to get into your program, but I need to land a client first. Well, here's what I know. Those people always end up going back to a 9-to-5 because they never seem to get out of their rut. They just couldn't do it. If they couldn't do it on their own before, what makes them think they're going to be able to do it all of a sudden now? Well, I know that if I get you a list of 100 people in your niche who can afford to pay you for marketing, and they meet the same criteria I use in my own agency to scale, you're going to get your money back really, really quick. So you can literally, I want you just to hop in and start working. And this allows you to earn your money back super quickly. So you can start prospecting like the pros. See, here's the thing. Successful agencies have unique criteria that a client must meet in order to offer them a trial. So I don't just offer trials to everyone. They have to meet certain criteria, and that's why my conversion rates are so high. So when you go to webinar.rosschristofoli.com and you join today, you're going to get this list of all of these different names, emails. It's going to tell you about reviews, things like that. It's going to be amazing. These are people who are likely to buy from you. They're already paying for advertising, and you just need to show them that you can get a higher return on investment than what they're currently doing. This is a list customized to you. So it's not like if you buy today, everybody's going to get the same list. You are going to get your own list, because otherwise it would look really stupid for everyone to be receiving the same emails. It would just not work out. This is the best way that you and I can exchange value for time, meaning I can give you something of value to help speed up the process, so that way you don't freak out feeling like I don't have a client and I'm investing in myself. So literally this time next week, you could have 1 to 5 trials finishing and be well on your way to sending off proposals when you join my program at webinar.rosschristofoli.com. Now here's bonus number 2. I'm going to show you how to create a warm lead machine that will have clients coming to you. a warm lead machine that will have clients coming to you when you join today. Let me show you what this is. It is the best client acquisition funnel technique in the industry. You will learn how to create ad copy, the funnel, and get them on the phone. This funnel has generated individuals tens of thousands of dollars in only a few short months. You will be able to finally launch a client acquisition funnel that works. Stop losing money on Facebook ads and start getting a return on investment. Now, Sean added $18,000 in only a few weeks to his annual revenue using this funnel.
So just have to say, Ross's client acquisition campaign has been absolutely amazing. All told this week, I spent $574.83, and that has netted me 2 new clients, and that is $3,000 in month 1 revenues. And from a lifetime value standpoint, how long a customer stays with me is about $9,000 right now. And so $574.83 to make $18,000, like that's like insane, sick ROI. So if you're not already involved in what Ross is doing, you definitely want to get connected, do whatever, see what he's up to, give him a ping, sign up, do it. It's been awesome.
So when you finish this training, you will clearly understand what makes a client acquisition funnel convert. You will have access to my client acquisition funnel so you can download it and use it yourself. And you will understand how to make your own client acquisition funnel for your own niche when you join today at webinar.rosschristofoli.com. So when you join today, you're going to get a list of highly qualified businesses who need your service, the best client acquisition funnel strategy in the market. But bonus number 3, I'm going to give you 10 funnels to utilize right away to save you time and money with plug-and-play funnels that are proven to convert when you go to webinar.rosschristofoli.com. See, when you join today, spending more time landing clients and less time building funnels, I'm going to help you scale your agency by saving time. So you land a client, you just go and you plug and play, and now you got a high-converting funnel that you don't have to put a lot of thought to. You just drive traffic to it, and boom. See, this is going to help you to have confidence in getting your clients results, because results are critical to closing a trial. You can use my proven local funnels to get clients results quickly when you go to webinar.rosschristofoli.com. Now, here's one of my mortgage funnels. This is in the package of 10 funnels. This funnel has generated 154 pre-qualification leads in 45 days. What that means is there were 154 veterans that went through, filled out a pre-qualification app, and wanted to get in touch with the lender within 45 days. So this wasn't just one of those lead magnets. This was, they literally took the pre-qualification app, 154 people. Do you realize a mortgage client, they will pay up to $60, $70 per lead? We're generating these leads around $22 to $25 a piece. Now, I know that there's some people like, oh, I'm getting mine for $1. They are not as good as leads as these. You will get this funnel when you go to webinar.rosschristofoli.com. You will be able to focus on landing clients, less on building funnels when you join today. So when you come in today, you're going to get a bonus of a list of highly qualified businesses that need your service, the best client acquisition funnel in the market, and my top 10 high converting agency and local business funnels, but that's not it. You're also going to get a program. It's an hour training with my buddy, Danny Vega. He runs campaigns, and he's a 2Comma member. You're going to learn how to run your campaigns with confidence with a 1-hour training on tricks to running Facebook ads that get results quickly. So when you join today, you're going to get this 1-hour training on how to get your clients results in 7 days or less. You're going to be able to convert your trials by getting these amazing results. Facebook ad strategies that walk you through the basics of Facebook ads and funnel strategies. You're going to learn ads from the 2Comma member, Danny Vega, who is a ClickFunnels 2Comma member with over 10 years of experience getting results when you join today. There he is with his beautiful smile and his 2Comma Club award. So you will be learning from the best. You will have access to trainings from the 2 most successful agency guys in the circle of entrepreneurs. That would be me and Danny Vega. You will have enough information to get results for your first clients. Now that's pretty awesome, because a lot of people say they're scared to be able to go get these trials and that they're not going to be able to get them results. That's okay. We got your back. We got a student group, and we also have these trainings which are going to help you to do that. So when you join today, you get the list of people. of highly qualified prospects. You get my client acquisition funnel. You also get my top 10 converting funnels, and you also get rapid results, 7 days or less by Danny Vega. But there's more. You will also get bi-weekly group coaching. So you will learn cutting edge skills, techniques that will make you held accountable to your success. Now, this here is probably the most valuable thing out there, because it's probably worth thousands of dollars to be able to work live with people every week, and you just get it on an evergreen basis. You're going to learn new techniques and be held accountable with my biweekly student group coaching. Now, see, I'm constantly running into new challenges as I scale my agency, and as I conquer those and overcome those, that's what I'm teaching in my group coaching. So I'm covering important topics and answering questions that you have within your own agency. So it's like you can be a part of this like-minded community, getting to know other agency owners that want to help you make the world and your business a better place. You get all of that when you join webinar.rosschristofoli.com when you get in the program. Now, here's Pat. He's actually one of the guys who was talking in the beginning of here in the chat box. I'm not sure if he's still on the webinar. He only lives like 45 minutes away from me.
Hey, Ross, it's Pat. Hey, I want to thank you for the awesome content you just gave us in your last coaching call. Amazing. It's truly amazing what you're offering and what you bring to the table and how you can help us all. One of the nuggets that I got out of it was big gold nugget is while you're running the 7-day trial, instead just say, hey, why don't we get you 10 leads? Because what's happening is sometimes is that you might run a little long, spend too much money, where 10 leads, why not? So thanks again, and really thank you for your help.
But he gave me this review on our group coaching. He got a little golden nugget, a little tip that has helped him significantly in his agency. And I'm always sharing things just like that. Now, he has been doing this for a few months now. And I want to say that he's already at around 3 clients or so. So he's probably around 5,000-6,000 a month. You can let me know on the bottom here. I'm not 100% sure. Pat, you can put your stats below. What I love about that is he put his pride on the shelf. Some people are scared to try these new things and my techniques. Oh, this is for you younger guys, I'm more experienced. He put his pride on the shelf, and now he's crushing it. Look at that. He's at $5,000 a month in just the short time that we've been working together here. So when you attend our biweekly group coaching, you will get the most current and relevant information in the industry, getting answers to all of the questions you personally need answered. You get that when you go to webinar.rosschristofoli.com today. So not only do you get the list of highly qualified businesses that want your service, the best client acquisition funnel strategy in the market, my top 10 high converting funnels and agency funnels, rapid results by Danny Vega, and also group coaching sessions, but you're also going to get more. Do you know what More Vago is? This is Matt Statton's software company. It is going to drastically increase your conversion by adding social proof to your clients and your funnels. You get this at webinar.rosschristofoli.com. So it's this little box that pops up in the corner of your funnels. It's got sticky reviews, all that stuff. So what it does is it adds social proof to your funnels. It has increased my conversions by up to 47% just adding this new tool. Recently, this got priced at $776 value. It's an unlimited lifetime access to this tool that you're going to get. So literally this one tool alone almost covers the cost of what the entire program is, and you get that when you go to webinar.rosschristofoli.com. Look what Danny Vega says. He got 175 increase in his conversions on a funnel thanks to More Vago. You get all of this when you join at webinar.rosschristofoli.com. When you join my program, you get lifetime access to this. It's going to instantly increase the social proof and conversions to your funnel. So now, not only do you get all of these qualified businesses, the best client acquisition funnel strategy in the market, my top 10 high converting agency and local business funnels, rapid results by Danny Vega. You also get access to my bi-weekly group coaching and unlimited lifetime access to More Vago, but you also get something more. A lot of people notice that I took something off the market recently. Scripts That Work. You can no longer buy it as a separate program. You're going to get this included in the training. You're going to get more doors open to you in 1 week than you ever had in the last 6 months when you join at webinar.rosschristofoli.com. With Scripts That Work, you'll learn what does not work. And these are things that you're probably using. You're going to learn my 7-figure scripts that scale your agency fast by hearing yes more than no. Position yourself in a way that actually makes businesses want to work with you. Chase here, he's the guy you saw in the beginning.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Chase Hassan, and I wanted to make this video to share with you about Ross Christofoli. Now, I took his program today on Scripts That Work, and I've taken lots of different agency model, internet marketing courses, as well as paid advertising courses and things like that. I'm pretty skilled in paid advertising, but as far as building out a scalable agency, it's really the hardest part getting clients. Now, what we've done so far is we've done a lot of cold email. We send about 2,000 to 4,000 emails per day through several accounts. And that is a strategy that was, it felt like it was working, right? We were able to get onto phone calls with people, but as soon as they realized that we were charging, anywhere between $2,500 to $10,000 per month, a lot of people were turned off, and getting that initial payment was just such a difficult task. So what we ended up doing after that was like, okay, maybe we need some type of trial. And when we created some trials, we were able to close about 3 people over the past month with these specific trials. Now, what we were able to do in the last, 7 hours since we purchased his Scripts That Work program, is we were able to get 7 new people on trials. So that's 4 people that my business partner was able to get with cold calling over like 100 people. And then I actually only took like 15 calls, and I was able to close 3 people on trials for $500 a month. Now, not each person is going to turn into a $2,500 to $5,000 client, but what that's given us is the opportunity to show them how amazing we can be and how great we can do for their business. And that's going to provide us testimonials, case studies, and references, and those are so important for us to get future clients. So I really want to thank Ross for that program, and also I really can't wait to get into his new program, the full program teaching everything, and I really think that that's going to be helpful for our business model in the future. So I just want to thank Ross for that. And if you're on the fence about his program, I would definitely recommend getting it, because I can tell you this, I've been through lots of different courses for agency models, and I can tell you right now, the hardest thing to do is to convince somebody to pay you a couple $1,000s when you don't even have a personal relationship with that person. I mean, you can get it on a referral and you can get it maybe on your friend, but it's gonna be so hard to get clients at that rate. Now, what's so much better is that Ross recommends you to go out there, get trials, and get people results, and then take them from this trial all the way to that $2,500, $5,000 a month kind of client. And that's something that you can do, and it's definitely something that we're going to continue moving forward on. So I really wanted to thank Ross for that. And also, if you're even thinking about taking a chance with this program, I would definitely recommend it. So hopefully that was helpful, and you feel free to reach out to me as well if you have any questions, or if you want to talk to me any further about his program. I'd be happy to tell you how it's going for me and how far we're getting in our agency. So thanks, guys. Thank you for watching this video.
7 strategy calls within 7 hours, and you can get it when you go to webinar.rosschristofoli.com. By the end of the Scripts That Work training, you will be able to clearly understand why your business has failed to reach and appeal to more business owners. You will also learn exactly how to drum up interest when you join today. So when you come in today, you get this list of highly qualified businesses who need your service, the best client acquisition funnel strategy in the market, my top 10 high converting agency and local business funnels. You will get rapid results by Danny Vega, access to our bi-weekly group coaching, unlimited lifetime access to Moravado, and Scripts That Work training. I don't know how much more value we can add in something to help somebody succeed in the agency. This is a lot of stuff, and you get all of that at webinar.rosschristofoli.com. Now, I'm going to do something that I have never done in my life before. Now, I want to show you something real quick before I get into that. This picture up here, when you join the program, you get your progress tracker. You can see it over there in the upper right. You get a sales map that we go through the program, my Scripts That Work, the client acquisition mastery, rapid results. You get a sales journal and our calendar. But I'm going to do something I've never done before. I'm going to give you a guarantee. This is a guarantee I've never done in my life before. If you follow All of the material is described and outlined in the course. And no alternatives can be found in your prospecting, offer sequence, and deal structure and action on the progress tracker, meaning you do to the letter of the law what I ask you to do. And you do not have one single paying client within the first 30 days, I'm going to give you a full refund on the program because I am so confident in this. This offer will be investigated if any refunds are requested, but I'm so confident in my program and my prospecting. So you will have to show the homework that you did everything, but you get that guarantee. So that way there is no way that you can lose money on this program. How can I be so confident? Well, I'm going to tell you the story because my audio on these videos are not working.
Hey guys, Tyshawn here. I just wanted to shoot a quick video for anybody that might be sitting on the fence about purchasing Ross's course, Client Acquisition Mastery. I mean, this course is super valuable, over-the-top content. Quick story is that I actually hacked into Ross's course and I viewed about 15 to 20% of the videos, and so I had full access to the course. And I still went back, I messaged Ross about it, and then I still purchased the course. So even though I had full free access to the course, I still went back and purchased it because that's how much valuable content he's providing. And he provides valuable content in the course, provides valuable content in the mastermind. Anytime that you need help, he's gonna help you out because he's really passionate about getting you to success. And I've spent about $10,000 to $11,000 in the past 2 months just trying to figure things out, going through trial and error and finding what my problems were and addressing it with another course. And you're gonna get all those problems addressed in this course. So you can do this the easy way, like getting Client Acquisition Mastery, or you can do it the hard way like I did and just go through trial and error for months on end, because it might even take you longer. So I really hope that you choose the easy way. Once again, I just want to reiterate that I had the entire course for free, and I still went back and I paid Ross for his course because that's how valuable his content is. If you need any type of framework, you need sales help, you need funnel help, you need Facebook ad help, it does not matter. He's gonna give you everything that you need to be successful with your digital agency and get to 5 figures a month. And I really hope that I see you guys on the other side.
He literally messaged me back saying, hey man, I'm sorry, but I hacked into your course. I've watched the content. What's your PayPal address? I'm gonna send you the money. It's really good. I am that confident that you will love my community that I've created, the content that I've created so much that if at the end of 30 days, if you've really followed everything that I've done and we can hash it out and see it, and you're not happy with anything, then I'm not happy. And that's why I'm willing to give you that guarantee. So guys, when you sign up today with the guarantee, you get a highly listed qualified businesses who need your service. You get the best client acquisition funnel strategy in the market, my top 10 high converting agency funnels and local business funnels, rapid results by Danny Vega. You get access to our bi-weekly group coaching sessions, unlimited lifetime access to Movago, and my Scripts That Work training for only $9.96. You got to get it while it's there. Webinar.rosschristofoy.com. Let's see here. Is there a guarantee for getting a trial client or an actual paid client in the first 30 days? Yeah, Jack, it's a paid client. Now, it doesn't mean that it has to be more than $9.96 that the client paid you. But if you cannot get a paid client, somebody that gave you money to run ads for them, then I will refund you in full for the program because it is impossible. It's physically impossible if you actually follow. Over here in the right corner, you see this progress tracker. I give you daily things that you have to do every single day. It is like inconceivable that you could do all of those things and not land a paying client. I can't even get it. Like, I don't even understand how that could be possible if you actually followed every one of those things and you don't miss stuff. So that's why people get results in my program, the people who actually hop in and do it, because like I said before, there is just absolutely so much action in this. It's not one of those courses where it's like, my God, when is the fluff going to end? I need a golden nugget. It's literally like, hey, this is what I'm doing in my business. There is over 30 hours of content in it, but like the first 6 hours are all of the back-to-back actionable stuff because I want you guys to get started right away. And then I have something called nighttime videos where it's an hour-long video that you can watch every night for about 4 weeks or so. And then that allows you to have all the little extra stuff, that little extra gold nuggets that you're going to pick up here and there. But what I really want is for you guys to be taking action right away, because sitting here watching videos isn't where you make money. You make money when you're out taking action and working. And I know that you can hear the ring of the truth in that, because how many people just want to sell you a course and just want to sell you a program just to sell it? Like, I run an agency. That is my baby. I make way more money running my agency than I do in my course. I make way more than I do in my course. And I'm being transparent about that. It takes me about a week in my agency to make what it takes me in a month in my course, roughly. And the reason I'm telling you that is because I'm in the trenches with you digging. And that's where I kind of feel like this is different from most people, because what a lot of people do is they have what they'll actually do is they'll run an agency for about 2 months. They think they were successful, and then they just quit and they go teach. And I feel like the problem with that is you get so outdated so quickly. One thing that I pride myself on is, like, I feel like gurus, they get there's an expiration date to them, because what happens is they provide value to you up to a certain point. And you've probably experienced this. Maybe you followed someone up to a certain point, but then what happens is now you know everything they know, and they really can't give much more. And now all you see is the drama, and they kind of get annoying. And then you move on to somebody else who you can cling to. Well, that's because they're not a practitioner. And that's where I feel like my group coaching is so cool, because since I'm a practitioner, I'm going through the same things that you guys go through. I'm not, so far above you on a stage that no one can relate to me. I'm running an agency. I'm dealing with clients. I'm dealing with people who are saying, hey, where's this? I'm doing the same things you guys are doing. And so because of that, I have the ability to help you in your agency. And that's why I positioned it as I have an obligation to help you in your business, because when you join the program, you're in my student groups. I don't take questions lightly. I have a pinned post in my student group. And when people have a question that they need answered, they ask it in the pinned post. They can tag me all they want, and if I see it, I'll try to answer it. But if it's in the pinned post, it will not go unnoticed. And then I go live and I answer their questions, because that's what my obligation is, to help you in your agency. So I truly feel like there is nothing better on the market than my program for landing clients, because it's not saying, hey, this is going to be super easy. You're going to sit there and push a button. What it's saying is, hey, let's bust our butts. Let's work really hard for the next 6 to 9 months. So that way we can create an engine, create a business. We're still going to work hard on our businesses, but it's going to get more fun and easier, because we'll be able to step back and work on it. And then once we do that, we'll high five each other as we continue to scale. And that's what I want. Like, some people, they're all stressed out and they go take on these clients that are hard and frustrating. And I had a cell phone repair store, and it was the most stressful job. Imagine, people come in with a cracked phone. They don't know how to survive without their phone. It's like they're on a drug and they're going through withdrawals and they're angry. And I lived with that stress for so long, and I didn't have much money. I was always day to day, week to week, that I didn't start this business to go right back into that. I want to be happy. If something's not making me happy, we cut it off and we move a different way. And so that's what I want to kind of show you guys, is how I've been able to accomplish that in my agency. And it's very positive in that group. Everybody is excited, helping each other out. There's people from experienced people like Sean, who has just such valuable advice in that group. I learn things from the guy. You guys will learn things from the guy. There's so many, and then there's newbies. There's people who are have fresh perspectives on things, and you can learn a lot from people that are coming in with a fresh eye. And so to me, it's a really, really cool thing. Now, can you guys do me a favor if you're interested? Go ahead and open up another window and go to webinar.rosschristofoli.com. I want to make sure, because I just got the sales page up today, I want to make sure everybody can see it and that everything's working. Can someone let me know if webinar.rosschristofoli is actually still up and working?